Viewers and subscribers, please make sure to subscribe to Saga News TV and give a like and share, because if you don't, you will miss out a lot of news.
A 40-year-old maypen Clarendon man has been charged for allegedly using a man's backyard to make purchases totaling over $73,000. Charged with unauthorized access to computer data, simple larceny, is Kemar Smith, who works as a hospital attendant. Reports from the Maypen police are that about 8 p.m. on Friday, August 29, the man used his backyard to withdraw funds at an ATM in Maypen. The following morning, he discovered that the backyard was missing. He later received several notifications from unauthorized transactions carried out at various business establishments in Maypen, online amounting to $73,146.38. The matter was reported to the police and an investigation was launched. During the probe, Smith was subsequently identified and taken into custody. A caution statement was recorded, after which he was formally charged. His court date has been finalized. A man was shot dead and another man wounded by gunman at a shop in Banana Grove, Manchester, Tuesday night. Police named the victim as businessman Moncrief Balford, 61, a resident of Banana Grove. A police report said that about 10:30 p.m., residents heard loud explosions sounding like gunshot and called the police. On the arrival of the police, Balford was found inside the shop on the ground unresponsive, and the other man was seen inside the shop suffering from gunshot wounds. Both men were transported to the Montego Bay Regional Hospital, where Balford was pronounced dead and the other man was admitted for treatment. Councillor Maria Mitchell, People's National Party, Belfield Division, said the incident is surprising. I condemn the shooting in Banana Grove. It's a community that is well loved across Jamaica, having product Olympians as person who made Jamaica proud, he said. This is the second shooting in recent months. This shooting last night was surprising to me, he added. The police in Manchester on Monday have arrested a man who is suspected to have carried out a robbery along Mountain View Avenue in St. Andrew. They say cash, including Jamaican and United States currency, and the car he was driving have been seized. The police reported that the robbery occurred in the morning, and the description of the vehicle was shared island-wide. On the police radio network, a car matched the description. A 2019 Axio motor car was spotted by a police team on Greenville Road in Manchester. The vehicle was intercepted and the occupants was arrested. Cash was discovered in the vehicle and seized. The investigation is ongoing. A mechanic has been charged with assault at common law and using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense, following an incident in his community on Wednesday, September 3. He is 31 years old, DeAndre Osborne, otherwise called Damai, of a William Street address in Montego Bay. According to reports, about 5 p.m., Osborne reportedly entered a shop, pulled a firearm from his waistband, and pointed it at a woman. The woman in fear for her life ran. She later reported the matter to the police. Lawman arrested Osborne during a target operation on Sunday, September 14. He was charged on Monday, September 15. A court date for him is being arranged. A 25-year-old shopkeeper who is accused of chopping a man in the head on July 25 has been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition and unlawful wounding is Jason Winter of Prospect Main Road, St. Thomas. Reports from the St. Thomas police are that about 10 a.m., Winter get into a dispute with a man. It is alleged that Winter used a machete to chop the man on the left side of his head. The injured man was taken to a medical facility where he was treated and released. Later that day, after being released, the injured man reportedly confronted Winter. It is alleged that Winter then brandished a firearm and opened gunfire. The injured man escaped unharmed. A report was made to the police and an investigation was launched into the matter. Winter was subsequently taken into custody and was formally charged. His court date is being arranged. Quick action by a off-duty policeman at a Trelawney gas station on Monday ended with a construction worker in handcuffs and an illegal gun seize. Charge is Gary Ferguson of Marklin, Kingston and Great Pond Ocherius in St. Ann. He has been slapped with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition following the incident in Duncan's Trelawney on September 15. According to reports from the Falmouth police, the off-duty cop was at the gas station when a Subaru motor car pulled up. The vehicle matched the description of a car linked to an assault earlier at a gas station in Discover Bay, St. Ann. The policeman accosted Ferguson, who was driving the Subaru, and conducted a search of the vehicle. During the search, a Lama Max 45 pistol with a magazine containing 5.45 cartridges was reportedly found. Ferguson was taken into custody and later charged. His court date is being arranged. A St. Catherine motorist succumbed to injuries he sustained during a two-vehicle crash on a section of the North Coast Highway, which passed through Stratcastle, Trelawney on Tuesday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Andre Anderson of an Eltham Park, St. Catherine address. Reports are that about 3:40 p.m. Anderson was driving a white Subaru Impreza motor car when he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a white Toyota Coaster bus traveling in the opposite direction. Both Anderson and the Toyota Coaster bus driver sustained injuries and were rushed to hospital, where Anderson was later pronounced dead. The condition of the bus driver is not known at this time. Anderson's death pushed the number of road fatalities in Trelawney to 18 since the start of the year, 5 fewer than the 23 recorded over the corresponding period last year. A woman accused of communicating with her prisoner boyfriend, therefore breaching the Correctional Act, has denied any wrongdoing, as she explained to the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court that she was merely in the parking lot at the time. The accused, Patrice Johnson, appeared in court on Tuesday after being charged with communicating with prisoner, which is an offense under the Correctional Act. According to police reports, Johnson was allegedly seen speaking to her boyfriend, who was in custody, at the Constant Spring lockup through a window at the facility. 2 police officers reportedly witnessed the incident and filed a report. Johnson, however, has denied the accusation, admitting that she was in the parking lot at the time, but says she was not attempting to speak with the inmate. The matter is to return to court on November 21. Commanding Officer for the St. Andrew South Police, Senior Superintendent Damien Madison, has urged the division most wanted man Courtney Ashley to turn himself in to the nearest police station following Monday night double murder of a 2-year-old boy and a man in Marvally. Speaking at the murder scene, Madison warned Ashley, also known as Bloodstain, Evil, Allen and Biggs, to surrender and afford himself to the court. The police also seeking another man identified only as Miller in connection with the incident. According to investigator, shortly after 7 p.m., residents were on Greenmead Road when a car unknown to them drove up, and as the windows were being wound down, men from inside opened fire, hitting 3 people. They were taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where 2 were succumbed to their injuries. Dead are 2-year-old Tajan Jackson of Greenwich Park, Nannyville, and 25-year-old Kemari Powell, otherwise called Beans, a business operator of Greenmead Road. Madison said the incident has broken a 6-month-old in shooting, which is said been carried out by warring factions in Top and Bottom Marvally. The last incident took place in February of this year. Then our police and joint activities with stakeholders here would have brought about some level of peace. But that was shattered last night, he said. We are here in the community to continue the work, continue the push and the effort to restore peace. Young Jackson's life should not go in vain. A 2-year-old should have the right to walk and play in their community without the fear of being brutally murdered. He, Ashley, might not trust the police to bring him in. So we ask him to find a justice of the peace. Find a teacher, find a pastor, someone you can trust to turn himself in, SSP said, while also appealing to members of the public to help in the investigation. Madison said Ashley is of critical assistance to probe in several incidents in the community.